Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from. My name is Fadinvest. I'm here to present to you our projections forecast for the year 2024 and the month February. Today is the 4th of February. We are just entering into February, and there are so much opportunities that we have ahead using our strategies that we've been able to develop. So today we're bringing about a summary of the current updates that we have for the month of February to enable us to be able to project and compare by the end of the month. Okay, so we'll be discussing about our four major strategies for this week, majorly, and then at the end of by the middle of the month and the end of the month, we'll be coming up with reviews also to be able to help us to identify the updates and the accuracy of our projections. Okay, so first, so let me share. Sorry, let me get all the strategies online or updated. Okay, so let me check them. Film Bofad. Okay, film scrapping. Yeah. Okay, so we have scrapping. Yep, so let me share my screen so that you'll be able to follow me with the updates. Okay. Um, okay. So yeah. So let's start with our buffer strategies update. So we've been able to improve our buffer strategies update also in the course of the month. So as you can see, is the fourth that we have now. So the plan is, which you are also going to see, is that this is our day one information according to our logic. So for our data, we have to have a day one, we have to have a week one, okay? And then we have to have the final update. So week one, week two, week three. You can see here we have week two, week three, week four, whatever, So these are the updates that we have for now, okay? So currently, and we have our projections as well here in these three columns for the month, okay? So here, like you all know, we have our risk position here. So these are our risks. So what does this mean? This means that we want to be able to bear this risk alone for the month. So once our current gap is above the risk, then the excess should be a profit. That is the context of what we are trying to do. So anything above this should be a profit to us, and anything below it can still be a risk. We are ready to bear it. Okay, that's what that means. So you can see for this one, our current gap is 2, our risk is 1.65. So which means we should have been able to recover 0.35 from it. This one is 0.012, 0.013, 0.024. So you can see that most of them are still within the risk area. Okay, so anything from the week we're about to enter, the prices, the market is likely to go out of the risk. And that is when we don't want to lose again, okay? So we want to take the opportunities of the prices outside of the risk for the rest of the month, okay? So that is the plan, and that is the purpose of why we have produced this, okay? So currently now, which means once the market goes outside of the current high and low, then we should be able to follow the market fully to identify the direction and then use it to take opportunities, okay? So like I told you, before, in this strategy, we have the high and low, we have the decisions. So for this one, just to be able to help us as well. Sometimes some of them go to both sides. Some of them is just one side. So for those only with one side, let's color it down for now. Okay. So that later in the month, when we get those that are double side, we'll be able to know the first side to happen, and then we can be able to cover up and monitor the new position. Okay. So although some of them already have double sides, so for those that have double sides, we'll check if we can be able to identify their single side, else we'll just leave it like that to the rest of the month. Okay. Or maybe later we'll be able to identify that. So, okay. So for now, as you can see, so like I was explaining before, so you can see all these ones that are colored are just one side. So if tomorrow we see buy and sell like these ones, then we know that the buy is a new. Or if you see a sell, buy and sell tomorrow for this, we know that the sell is a new. Okay. So according to this information, we've been able to provide a control point, and the control point is also another condition that will help us to identify and improve this position. So we have a control point to tell us whether it's a buy or a sell. We have another one that we call a position, which is to compare the control point to our high and low. Okay, so the control point is used to compare to the high and low, and then we have a max. So what the max does is the max compares the control and the position to get us the one that are the same. So for those that are the same, it gives us more assurance that that is the direction of the market. So once at the end of the day, we expect this all to be populated at the end of the month. Okay, or majority 90% accuracy to be populated at the end of the month. Okay, so it's be able to give us, so with this information, we'll be able to take the correct action accurately for the whole month. And same thing with this, as you can see here, look at it as well. You see, we have the control, we have the position, we have the max. So the max tells us the combined and gives us more assurance based on the current price. Remember, it's based on the current price. What is the position based on the current price? So if the prices changes, it's likely that this information also will change. Okay. So for now, this is the update as at the 4th of February. You can see, so some of them already are buy and sell like this. You see AUD card and all the rest like that. So that is the update for the Bofad strategies for February 4th, 2024. Okay. So the next one we'll be talking about is the Bofad, the Fadinvest monthly, the monthly report. Let me check. Okay. Sorry. Let me get the monthly report. So the monthly report, remember at the beginning of the month as well, we already have a projection of the information here. So normally like this report, we have something we call here. You can see it has updates and the progress of the market. So let me give you an insight into what this does. Okay. So this, like, for example, let's look at AUDJPY. You can see now that AUDJPY for now, it's white, so it's yellow here. So it's been a sell currently now. It's on a sell. But as of today, based on the current price of 96.7, it's on the buy range. So what happens is that this 97.5 will remain the same for the rest of the month, or it changes upwards. Okay. But for now, according to this theory, the market is a sell trend. Okay. So let's look at another sample. AUD USD. You can see AUD USD as well, based on this update, is on a sell trend. Okay, the 0.663 has been the static so far and may not change for the rest of the month. So let's look at two more samples. CHF JPY. You can see as well CHF JPY to 171.9 has been the static. So for now, even though it's watch and buy, but what we have from this information is that the market is on a downtrend. And finally, let's look at one more sample, Euro card. So you see Euro card. So far, according to this report, the market is on a buy trend. So any moment from now, the next side to change determines what is going to happen for the rest of the month. Okay, so that's what this has done. Okay, so now, based on this information, right, we've now been able to come up to our review update position. So what our review update does is, you can see our review of February. So we've been able to project these prices in advance of the market. So these positions are the buy range and these positions are the sell range. So using the current prices or the movement of the prices for the rest of the month, we expect the markets to go upwards or come downwards. So for now, the market has activated the first sell position at AUD JPY. It has activated the first sell position at Euro JPY. It has activated the first buy position on gold. It has activated the first sell position on Nasdaq, like that. On oil, it has activated the first two positions. Can you see that? So what it means now is that based on this information, this has given us an idea of the direction of the market for now. So all we are now going to do is to plan for the reversal, just in case the market changes direction. Okay, so that is what this is will help us to identify. So we want the market to go to the direction as it has activated, but just in case the market decides to reverse back, then let's go and put a minimum loss factor and begin a recovery of those losses from that point. Okay, so that price will be determined, and then we'll be able to follow the trend for the reversal to be able to recover the losses for the next move. Okay, so that is what this will be able to help us to achieve. Okay, so the third one is the scrapping report. The scrapping report. So for the scrapping report as well, for the scrapping report, we have our updates for the past 1.5 weeks. Okay, even though we are just the fourth, but we always prepare our scrapping report in advance of the markets. Okay, so now according to this report here, it has given us these updates. Okay, and then this is the final updates that will be able to help us to know. So this is the information that we have at the start of the month. Okay, these are projection at the start of the month, and this is the current update. So it's either the current update remains the same with the starting, or it changes. So for example, now you see this is sell now. Before, at the beginning it was a no action. This has no decision now, but beginning it was a sell. This was a buy now, and it was a buy in the beginning. This was a sell now, and it was a sell in the beginning. Can you see that? So that is also at the end of the day, we'll be able to get a decision. So what this just helps us to do is, it helps us to identify our first move and then plan ahead should, in case the market decide to change direction. Okay, so that is what this is all about. And also, if you look at it as well here, like look at the prices here, we have our starting positions here, which is actually our starting high and low. Okay, we have our current high and low now, and this will be our final high and low. So you can see our first beginning high and low, we have a low of 96.8, but now we have a low of 95.5. And the beginning, we have an high of 97.9 and currently an high of 97.9. So what this means is that our high has not changed. So based on this, it tells us that the market is still a sell market. So this market will turn to a buy if the market price goes above 97.9. Okay, but for now, the market is a sell from 96.8 downwards. For the next one, our low is 90.655.6441. Beginning, it was 0.663. So you see again, this is also a low trend. Our high still remains the same at 0.663. So if the market should come down below 0.663, should go up above 0.663, then it becomes a buy. So for now, from 0.655 downwards is a sell. Okay. For our crude oil, it was 78.4 and it moved a bit to 78.7. The gap wasn't really much, but then it moved down from 73.4 to 71.7. Can you see that? So and the current price is 72.2. So we expect the market to either come downwards below 71.7 or reverse back upwards above 73.4 and may each go and change the direction at the top as well. Okay. And also for DAX, look at, we have a low of 16,620. We have a low of 16,620. But our high at week 0 was 16,970. Our current high is 17,015. So any moment from now, is either the market goes upwards above or the market reverts back and breaks downwards from 16,620 downwards to 16,000 and the rest like that. So all we just need to do is to continue to update this report and then study the trend and the movement and then take actions according to information that it's giving us. So all we just need to do, and you can see from the flow as well, we have our high, we have our green, we have our green, red. So when we have a green, it shows a buy, getting ready for a buy. When we have a red, getting ready for a sell. So that is the information that is. And when we have yellow, it means it's just a normal trend. We should just get prepared, but that is where the position of the market is. So for this majorly, we are concerned about the red and the green. It tells us to plan us and prepare us for the time the market is changing direction, and then we'll be able to hit the market at that point, any moment from that point. Okay. So that is all about the scrapping report. And also for the scrapping as well, we have the weekly scrapping, as you can see here. So the weekly scrapping tells us the weekly summaries, and then also it gives us the updates and the positions at the end of the week. So usually at the end of week 2 for the scrapping, at the end of week 2, we expect the market to now begin to move towards a direction. Okay. So it's likely most of them, you can see this one week 2, both of them were achieved, the high and low were achieved in week 2. The high and low of crude oil were achieved in week 2 and all just like that. So it's likely from week 3 upwards, only one side will change, and that side will change for the rest of the month. So the side that changes from week 3 will be the side that will change from week 3 to the rest of the month to week 4, week 5. Okay, so that is one of our theories. So 70-80% of the market will change at that point for the rest of the month from that position. So that is one of the things that is likely to happen in this kind of scenario. Okay, so let's see how that draws on by the end of the month, but that is our theory. And finally, we have our 4-way strategy plan for February. We've not been able to update the 4-way strategy plan as at week 1, but I'll be able to explain how it works so that by the time we compare it later in the future, we will still get the correct data. Okay, so firstly, so let's start with, so you can see the 4-way summary here for February. all of them is not showing any information, okay? So because we've not inputted our data. So the more we input our data, then we are able to start getting the information that we want accurately. So for AUD we have our last trend price. Our last trend price is going to be 97.9, okay? So we put 97.9 there, okay? For our starting price for AUD is 97.2. So I'm going to put 97.2 there, okay? Now in week one, in week 0 or week 1, in week 1, our high price, we're going to input our high price and our low price. So our high price then was 97.9 and our low was 96.8, just like the report we saw before. Oh, sorry, 96.8. In week 2, our high is 97.9 and our low is 95.5. Let me confirm that. Yep. Yep. So our low is 95.5. Okay, good. So, and for now, our current price, we need to identify our current price for now, okay? So our current price for now is 96.7. So that we are going to put here, 96.7. So according to this information that we inputted into AUDJPY, you can see it's telling us that the market is a sell, final decision. So for now, according to this position, this market is a sell. So let's take a look at 2 more examples. AUD-USD. So AUD-USD, our last trend for AUD-USD is 0.688. Okay, our starting price for AUD-USD is 0.681. Our high in week 1 for is 0.663. Our low is 0.655. Okay. In week 2, our high is in week 2, our high is 0.663 and our low is so our low is 0.65. Okay, and the current price now is our current price now is 0.651. So you can see this as well. It's telling us the market is a sell. Can you see that? So if you look at this report again, you see AUD-USD, sell, it is sell. Okay, let's take the last one, Euro-AUD. Euro-AUD, our last trend, right? Yeah, our last trend is the last trend. Yeah. Okay. Our last trend for Euro-AUD is 1.61, 1.664. Our start price is 1.643. So our week one position is 1.642 and 1.658. 1.658, 1.642. Okay. And currently our high is 1.661 and 1.635. Our current price now is 1.656. So you can see for this, we have a sell and buy. So this does not have a specific direction for now. And you see that. So it's not decided the direction that it's going based on this information. And you see that. So let's change this date to so let's change that date. Yeah. So that's the update that we have for all our reports. So we are going to update this, and it's going to give us the final decision by the end of the month when we get all these our datas in place. Okay. So, and it's going to give us a general summary of all the information that we require. So at the end of the day, we're going to get the best decisions for each of these actions, and we'll be able to follow it up for the rest of the month of February. And so by the end of the month, it's going to give us the accurate decisions. And also, according to that as well, you can see this is also a second update, logic that also gives us another update on what action the market is likely to take. So once we update that, we'll be able to compare both decisions from both sides and be able to take a better decision at the end of the week, at the end of the month. Okay. So thank you very much. Hope you are able to get a better grasp of the concept and the logic. So for the 4-week strategy plan, like I said, all we just need is to input in the various datas, and then we get all the information that is required at the end of the day. Okay. So thank you very much. I appreciate your time. Have a great and lovely month of February ahead. Cheers. I remain. Yeah, so thank you very much. I remain yours, Oluwase Ferrari. So hope to catch you later in the month of February, probably the second week of February, where we do our mid-month review, and then finally by the end of the month, we'll do our end-of-month review. So for now, enjoy yourself and hope to see you again in our next episode. Cheers. Bye. Can also reach me on fadinvest@yahoo.ie, FADINVEST @yahoo.ie. Cheers. Bye.